What's going on, Internet? It is your boy, Eric Bandholz, back again with another awesome vlog episode. Today I am here with
AJ from The Art of Charm.
AJ, why don't you guys come take a walk with us? This is where music goes. Alright, so just to rehash, guys, I am here in LA, staying at the Art of Charm house. It's pretty cool. You guys have like this beautiful, well, in my world I'd call it a mansion, but it's this beautiful house, actually like two condos connected, one for like working and doing podcasts and doing video production, and then the other for like sleeping and connecting with other guys, and kind of wanted to talk about, like, I've gone on a couple of retreats recently,
right,
and they've been very valuable, and maybe like AJ, you could kind of chime in on like the power of finding your tribe and finding like-minded people and I don't know, how would you put it?
I think the most important thing is people have gone digital, and we're on our computers, we're on our phones, and we've sort of undervalued the face-to-face communication, in person, meeting people, building real connections. And you know, we met all these guys at StyleCon, a conference that brought together guys interested in fashion and self-development. And the first thing that I noticed about the whole group is that they're willing to help each other out. And that was just so huge, because you get this positive group of guys together who are both trying to do the same thing that you'd think were competitors, but instead they want to help each other because they have this growth mindset, abundance mindset, that they can help other people and still get ahead.
Yeah.
And that value you find in a lot of retreats, mastermind groups. So tapping into like-minded individuals who share the same interests and passion as you can be huge for your growth. Yeah.
You know, and it's funny, like, this all starts with the first time you meet someone. Like, those bonds come from that first impression. And you are like the expert, the source on like first impressions.
Yeah, we believe that first impressions are really built upon 4 factors. The foundation of all first impressions are how you look. So looking at your health and well-being, right? Do you work out, exercise? Do you eat well, right? When we start taking care of our bodies, we carry ourselves better, and that's the starting point for that first impression. So with my guys who come through at the Art of Charm, we work on an exercise routine, a nutrition routine, and then that rest, making sure you get a full night's sleep so you're fully charged anytime you enter a room.
Yeah, like sleep for men is like such a crucial part. Like, your testosterone is going to be regulated
while you sleep. And the quality of sleep is very important. So getting a high quality mattress, making sure you got some really good sheets, allows you to fully relax. And we spend, you know, over 8 hours a day in our beds if we get a full night's sleep, and we're just kind of farting around on our phones. So if you think about that every single day, why isn't that a piece of furniture you splurge on?
Right.
You take care of your body.
So you've made the good impression, you're dressed great, you know, you're taking care of your body. But like, to a certain degree, you gotta have a bit of confidence, right?
Well, it comes across in your body language. Your body language is how you're gonna convey that confidence. So the next layer after that foundation of how you look in your body is, what does your body say while you move throughout the room?
Yeah.
And the simplest thing you can do is, anytime you enter a room, you do a body check where you stand up a little taller, as if there's a string pulling up the top of your head, right? To make it level with even with your spine. And then you just roll your shoulders back so your chest is open, hands are at your side, and then you put on a smile.
Yeah.
And you enter the room. And if you're moving into another part of the venue, or maybe you're exiting the bathroom, you just do this body check every time you enter a room, because that's when the first impression is made, when people see you.
Yeah.
When they see you, that's when they're starting to think, I'm interested, I'm not interested. So we want that signal to be strong in the right direction, in a positive way.
Yeah. Do you, have you done any kind of like studying on like power poses? And like the use of your body language and how you might be able to tell that story?
The science has been conflicting on the power pose. Obviously it made a big splash when it came out. They've struggled to really replicate the study.
Yeah.
But for me, I still believe that when you want to change your mental attitude, you got to change your body language and the way you carry yourself and present yourself in the world. And of those two things, right, changing your mindset versus changing your body language, what's easier?
Right.
Body language. That's the easiest. I could be in a shitty mood and put on a smile.
Yeah.
So focus on what you can control. That's the easiest win, and that's always going to be your body language.
Yeah, it is amazing how like the physical can lead the
The mental.
The mental, yeah, and really make that impact on everything from like doing these walks, which I'm a big proponent of, to get the blood flowing. But of course, like as simple as your body language. I mean, how hard is it to roll your shoulders back?
Not hard at all. And it makes it fun, right? Because now it's like, oh, I reset as I go into another room. It's kind of like in that video game where maybe that level didn't go your way. You know, you hit the reset button on the console and restart that level with just a nice body check.
Yeah.
The third level to your first impression is going to be that self-presentation. So what clothes are you wearing? What's the style and fashion and the message you're sending to the room with your attire? And then the last component that a lot of people don't think about at all is circumstance. That's where you're positioned in the room.
Yeah.
So how visible are you? And who are you there with?
Yeah.
Who's the company you keep? So that has an important role on your first impression as well. But what we found is when you just nail those four things, people are interested in you. And they approach you to start conversations. So if you're suffering with social anxiety, imagine how amazing it would be to go out and people would try to start a conversation with you.
Yeah.
You'd be more likely to go out.
Yeah. Tell me, like, what AJ does with Art of Charm and the tribe they've built, the community they've built, the men they've helped is amazing. Like, tell me a story about a guy who maybe has come to one of your retreats and, you know, had some development that he needed to do and how he's left and become and grown into a better man.
Yeah, we had a guy a couple years ago who had just a massive transformation, and it kind of shocked all of us. So, you know, he lost his job and he had gone through a really tough breakup, and his confidence really took a hit. And when your confidence takes a hit, you stop taking care of yourself.
Right.
So he gained some weight, he wasn't really feeling himself, and obviously the job loss was weighing on his shoulders. But he knew that he had to get over his social anxiety to nail that job interview, to feel good going into that opportunity. So he came to us and we focused on curing that social anxiety, working through some exercises and drills and some very simple ways that we can manipulate our body language to make ourselves more comfortable when we're meeting strangers. And he went home and he got this job interview that he was completely unqualified for.
Right.
And he nailed the interview simply by focusing on the emotions of the person interviewing him instead of the logic of trying to impress him.
Right.
And he got the job. So he calls us freaking out. Like, I got a job I'm not qualified for. I don't know what to do now. And we're like,
welcome
show
to
up.
life, right? Yeah.
You show up. That's how life works. So about 4 months later, he sent us a photo and he had lost 75 pounds.
No way.
It was unbelievable. So he's a guy just focusing on overcoming social anxiety. And once you get some confidence, you get the confidence to take on other areas of your life that you've been neglecting.
Right.
And that's the important thing, is like, you got to start somewhere, solve one problem, and then the other issues aren't going to seem as bad. And you can start tackling them piecemeal.
That's awesome. That's an awesome story. And I'm sure that's like just one of many, like every guy that
So
probably
he's now a father, and he's passing these lessons on to his daughter.
Yeah.
And he wrote us an email saying that, you know, his daughter a couple years ago, the teachers had written to him that she was kind of shy and reserved in class.
Yeah.
And it was starting to hurt her development. So he really focused on getting her some good positive affirmations, some mindset shifts, and helping her a little bit control her body language. So now she's actually having fun in class and engaging students, and she has a boyfriend.
Really?
Yeah. I was like, I think she's a little too young for a boyfriend, but it just goes to show, like, this stuff can be taught to children too. It's just not being done, which is unfortunate.
Yeah, and well, I mean, you talk about like childhood, so much of our development has to do with our parents' lives and what they went through and and what they've learned. And if they weren't, quote unquote, the cool kid, you know, like chances are the kids aren't really the cool kid.
Right, we kind of adopt our parents' narrative, and it becomes our life story.
And it's not so much about like being cool or uncool, but it's about having those communication skills that allow
feeling
you
comfortable
to connect
around other people. And sometimes when our parents have social anxiety and they're kind of shut-ins, you don't get the experience that you need to get over that social anxiety.
Yeah. Man, that's great. So where can you guys aren't just a podcast. Where can everyone find you?
Right, you can check out theartofcharm.com. We have a 30-day social skills challenge, which is a lot of fun to test your mettle a little bit, help you get over some social anxiety. And you can find our podcast at theartofcharm.com as well. We have a toolbox full of great episodes with all of our skills, outlining how to build confidence, how to get better socially, how to feel more comfortable when you go out. And it's been fun, man. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, well, I'm sure Art of Charm doesn't need any more hype, but you've interviewed Gary Vaynerchuk, or the Art of Charm has, y'all have interviewed Tony Hawk, y'all
We've had some great guys on the podcast, awesome guys.
This isn't like a low production, mom and pop shop. Like, he's got a full team here. They do their due diligence. They put like 4 hours of work into like an hour podcast, and it really shows. So I strongly recommend you guys check it out.
It's been a lot of fun.
And thanks for the walk, man. Cheers.
Cheers.
Keep on growing.